Hi everyone, please ignore whatever my hair's doing. I had it cut the other day and it's doing this woof thing on the sides. Anyway, I'm here in the greenhouse today. Over the last few days I've noticed something very strange. I've noticed that lots and lots of our snails have very, very soft shells. We're talking snails of all different types and different sizes, not just tiny little baby ones. So I've got some photos that I'm hoping to be able to add into the video. But yeah, it's just really odd. I've never experienced this before. That snails just literally, they're alive and they're doing snail things, but all the shells are really soft and some of them are really spongy, just like skin, and other ones are kind of translucent and you can see through their shells. So I've posted that on a couple of Facebook groups, a gardening one and a wildlife one, and everybody says it was lack of calcium. I'm thinking, well, how on earth can there be lack of calcium in what is essentially an incredibly wild garden with all kinds of everything growing in it perfectly normally? If anything, our soil here has always been slightly acidic, which is why things like oranges and olives grow very well here. So I've decided to have a go at doing a little homemade soil test. Who knows if it will be successful or not. So I'll just, hold on, I'll just flip you around. So I've got a soil sample here from inside the greenhouse, because that's where I'm finding most of the dodgy snails, although I'm finding them in the garden as well. I've just spotted, I've got ants running in here as well now. Yay, just gotta love bugs, bugs of all kinds. And this soil is from just randomly out in the garden, not in a bed area, just the usual sort of sandier natural soil from here. I have got a cup somewhere for that. So apparently the way to test it is to use baking powder or vinegar, and depending on what reaction you get, it tells you whether the soil is alkaline or acidic. So let's go with some vinegar first. We'll go vinegar in this one. And apparently if it bubbles and froths, it means it's acidic, I think. I will double check that. That certainly looks like it's bubbling and frothing, wouldn't you say so? Bubbling and frothing. So that would certainly imply to me that's acidy soil. We'll just try it with the... Should have separated these into two lots, shouldn't I? I will do that. I will get some more from both places. Now, I had another little cup lying down here on the floor because, you know, the greenhouse is tidy as ever. Okay, well that's stopped frothing now. Oh no, definitely if you give it a little wiggle it's still bubbly and frothy. Okay, now with the baking powder or baking soda, you're supposed to chuck some in, I guess, with water, because it's not going to do it without water, is it? Let's just see, pop that there. We have a little squish of water. Just give that a little mix up. Trust me to find a holy cup for this one. Oh, that's fizzing a bit. And then mix it with our soil sample. It was about the same amount of soil versus the same amount of liquid. Somebody explain to me what's going on here. That seems to be doing bubbling, just like baking powder would bubble. Do we have to leave this for a while or what? Excuse me while I go off and Google some more information. Huh. I'm confused. Well, that one is still actively bubbling. That had the spoonful of baking powder in it. And the vinegar one has just stopped doing that. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more research and see what that is supposed to tell me. So, yep, interesting times. So, what it is, I will try and put some photos in here as well. But this is my little snail collection here. Oh goodness, I can't go down, my knees are too sore. And every one of these snails, now you'll see these are all different size snails. They all have thin shells, so that when you touch them, they feel, I don't really want to touch them because I don't want to damage them, but the shell just squishes, even though they look fairly normal. This one here has got a normal shell, but all these other ones of different sizes have got shells that just feel like skin and are just really, really easy to break. I'm trying to see if I can find the example where it's very, very obvious that the shell was wrong. But I think it's crawled away now because we're kind of in the middle of the day. Yeah, I'm not seeing where it's gone. But yeah, so hold on just a second. Here's one little one. I hope you can see. Can you see? That his shell is completely see-through. Now that's not a tiny, tiny baby snail. It's a young snail. But it's like the whole shell is just like skin. I'm going to just chuck him out there for the birds to have. Anyway, soil tests, and the baking soda one is still frothing away, and the vinegar one is still fairly active. It's not bubbly as such unless you move it. I'm a little confused. Sorry, I don't know if you could see that. So while we're here looking, absolutely no tomatoes have come up yet. Let's move these. Move up there. We've got like 2 tiny beetroots trying to come up, and a slug has been busy in here too. Nothing much is happening with anything that I've planted so far. Nothing. A couple more beetroots in this one. This was the snail death trap, which is dried up now. That was yeast and water to get snails. As you can see, I have a lot of snails going around. It's just very odd that, you know, they're not healthy snails. At least I assume they're not healthy snails. Let's see here, anything happening? Nothing. Nothing. I think these are, I suspect these might be peppers. Can't really remember, and needless to say, those are the ones that I marked with the slightly dodgy pen, so I can't see what they are. anything in this lot up here. Last time I looked, there was nothing germinating here yet either. No, these are just various herbs. There's one teeny little anise starting to pop up. These could do with a drink. Let's give them a little drink. Where did I put the water? Quicker if I just take this lid off. Can you hear the wood pigeons calling and the dogs barking? Don't know whose dog that is, it's not mine. I'm out here with quite a large jumper on and really shouldn't be. It's quite warm this afternoon. Oh, open. Absolutely nothing. That's been a couple of weeks. There's very little germinated. But well, we'll see. It has still been very chilly in the evenings, so we'll see what happens. Oh, let's give the rhubarb seeds down here a little more drink as well. I'd like to see some more things popping through the soil. So, yeah, that's that. I'm going to go away and look up what these soil tests are supposed to tell me. The one with the baking soda is still frothing away, and the vinegar one is doing not a lot. So I'm going to assume that that means something. Oh well. Anyway, tell me guys, have you got lots of slugs and snails in your garden this year? And are they healthy? Are they acting as normal? Well, these are acting as normal, like eating everything they shouldn't, but they're just very, very thin or virtually no shell, you know, actual crispy shell. So, well, that's the most unexciting video, isn't it, here? Enjoy a cat lazing in the sun. And my shadow, of course, because it's that time of day. Oh, she's going. So I'm going to get these covers off in the garden very shortly and get the manure all in to the piles and just tidy up some of this mess, this never-ending mess. Oh, it's such a thought. Anyway, hope everyone is having an absolutely fabulous day, and we'll catch up with everybody soon. Thanks for watching.